Dark equity.
The American dream of owning a home is dying. But the real killer is not who you expect. Blackstone says institutions own just half of 1% of all single-family homes across America. That tiny number is true nationally. But in Atlanta, Charlotte, and Phoenix, the story flips dramatically. Atlanta alone holds over 71,000 institutional homes. That is 4.2% of its stock. Concentrated ownership changes everything. When Wall Street controls entire zip codes, real competition dies. The real villain is not just the buyer. It is the software that sets your rent while you sleep. RealPage and its YieldStar algorithm turn thousands of landlords into a silent, efficient cartel. No meetings. Landlords fed private pricing and occupancy data into the system. The software suggested the optimal rent to charge. Critics say this killed genuine competition. Tenants felt powerless as rents rose in perfect, lockstep coordination. In August 2024, the Justice Department and 8 states filed historic antitrust claims against RealPage. The allegation was stunning: an algorithmic cartel that coordinated rent increases across entire metro regions. RealPage disputes this completely. They say the lawsuits fundamentally misunderstand how revenue management software works. But tenants describe sudden, unexplained hikes. No human to call. No room to negotiate. Just automated emails. Maintenance delays, locked online portals, renewal offers that expire at midnight. The system is designed to trap you. These are not isolated horror stories. They are the logical output of a profit-maximizing algorithm run wild. Phoenix has over 30,000 institutional homes. That is just 2.2% of its housing. Charlotte has nearly 28,000. In some neighborhoods, corporate landlords own almost 7.5%. Blackstone's portfolio company Tricon owns about 58,000 single-family homes and development sites. Invitation Homes, the largest pure player, owns more than 80,000 rental homes across the United States. Here is the twist: institutional purchases are down 90% since 2022. These giants are now net sellers. So why is the issue still politically explosive? Because the damage to the market has already been locked in. First-time buyers compete against algorithms that can outbid them in milliseconds. Families lose to faceless code. The DOJ reached a settlement in 2025, banning RealPage from using non-public, real-time data for pricing recommendations. But state plaintiffs were not included. The fight continues. The algorithm is still running in many buildings today. The core problem is simple and devastating: Wall Street treats housing as a financial asset, not as a home. Single-family rentals generate steady, predictable cash flow. Private equity could not resist the beautiful math. So they bought entire neighborhoods. Then they optimized extraction. Maintenance costs down. Rent up. Repeat forever. Tenants feel trapped. No bargaining power. No human to escalate to. Just a chatbot and a cold payment portal. This is the dystopian nightmare. Your rent is set by an algorithm that knows exactly how much you cannot afford to move. YieldStar calculated the maximum pain point. Not the market rate. The maximum extractable dollar from your pocket. This is the future of American housing unless something fundamental changes. But will it ever change? Politicians hesitate. Lobbying is fierce. RealPage spent millions of dollars defending its controversial business model. The irony is almost too perfect. institutions own less than 1% of homes nationwide on paper. Yet they control pricing power across entire metropolitan areas. A tiny share yields a massive influence. This is the new monopoly. Algorithmic coordination without outright ownership. No trusts to break. Just hidden code. You do not need to own every home to control every price. You just need the right software and enough data. The DOJ recognized this unprecedented threat. Their case against RealPage will be studied by law students for decades. But for millions of renters who already paid the price, legal victory feels hollow. The rent never came back down. The system is still running. The algorithms are still suggesting price increases. And landlords are still listening carefully. Somewhere in Atlanta tonight, a family will open an email. A 15% increase. No explanation. No human being. That is the real horror story. Not the national statistics. Not the political rhetoric. The lived, daily experience. So who is to blame? Private equity? The software engineers? The landlords? Or all of us for looking away too long? The American housing market became a machine. And machines do not care about dreams. They only optimize for profit. The question is not whether Wall Street owns your neighborhood. The real question is who owns the algorithm.
The information is not fictitious. All facts are taken from reliable sources. Links are provided in the description.